Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monday. Unfortunately, the S&P 500 was down a little bit over 1% today. Pretty tough day for the NASDAQ, down 2.6%. The Dow was the kind of the winner today. It was down 0.1. It was up almost all day, actually. And what's happening is, again, we're seeing this rotation into this reopening trade. But I want to talk about a theme that I'm really focusing on right now that's relative to what happened today. Back last year around this time, the individual investor was really dominating. I kept reading articles about 36% of the trades that were happening at that time were individual investors. They got their stimulus checks and what have you. Well, right now, the JP Morgan came out with a report that said in March, only 18% of the, trades that were done were by the individual investor. So it's half, even though in March was when the, $1,400 checks were rolling out. And so, it's a different time period. People aren't locked down, so they're probably off doing other things. And then secondly, there's an awful lot of money, I think, going into cryptocurrency from probably that same group as a whole. And so anything, the part of this theme is that things that did really well last year, that individual investor was really pushing on a momentum basis, you should be very careful with and try to get out of those. We got out of those mid-February to mid-March. We still have some in our taxable accounts because of the big capital gains that we have there. But I'm really glad because, man, they've been getting hit really hard here, especially right now. So I think, that's going to continue. So that's part of that trend to watch out for. But then what's being exposed is the professional money managers. Those of us that do this for a living, we're not off doing something else just because, we have a different job or those type. This is what we do. And so one of the things that professional investors like in this particular environment is a value type stock. So for example, today we sold off the semiconductor component of our traditional model, for example, and we bought a value holding. Let me show that to you so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. And so this is a Vanguard piece, the Vanguard US Value Factor. And VFVA is the ticker symbol. This is the last year. Looks great, right? Really good pattern, moving up nicely. And what is happening here is this is an actively managed ETF. So last year we were hiring, Kathy Wood to manage our actively managed components in the innovative technology and fintech and those types of things. This is hiring Wellington. Now, Wellington's really famous in the value category. They actually go back to 1928. And so the theory would be that this is going to be an area where Wellington can continue to find what they're looking for, these lower cost stocks that are, theoretically going to benefit from these reopenings and what have you. The semiconductor piece, I thought had some good potential, but that's how it works. You get these themes, they look good, and then some of them work, some of them don't. We bought 2 materials piece last week. Well, I was done great so far. And so, it depends on what happens. It's hard to tell, obviously. And so cut your losses fairly quickly and keep your winners running as long as you can, as far as that goes. But the main theme right now, I would say, is to watch out for the individual investor areas from last year, because I think they're more interested in other things. And then really focus on where the professional investors are putting their money right now. And I think you want to get in front of that train, because I think it's just leaving the station here. There's some room to run here as far as that goes. So anyway, look forward to seeing what's going to happen tomorrow. Again, we are putting out tons of educational content on our channel here. If you're interested, just hit that subscribe button and you can kind of keep up with what we're doing. And if you want to get a notification of that, you can hit that little bell and they'll send you an email when we post something. So look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Thank you very much.